Hi chat, I probably need to inform some of you about something. If you don't necessarily have time to sit down and do a 4-hour long Archon quest, you might want to go to your domains and to your truance domains and scroll down. So what you'll see at the very bottom is this. You can only see it, not at the very bottom, if you have already done it. I have now done this once. This is gonna be what Skirk uses. There's no doubt about it. They don't make a new weekly boss and be like, nobody's using it. Yeah, thanks, Genshin. Super amazing. Thanks. Load of people probably have not done this because a lot of people don't have, I mean, like myself, I don't have, 4 hours to, sit down and do the Archon quest. Simple as that. The Archon quests, they're always long. So I know I can't just waltz in, do the Archon quest, and we're good. I know I can't do that. So yeah, a lot of you guys probably don't have this unlocked. I don't know what else to say. Like, this genuinely is, it's like annoying to know that Genshin, I feel like they did it on purpose, right? I feel like they did, because why was it at the bottom? I mean, like, is it purely because it's Mondstadt? Is that it? Is that what it was? That was a design choice. I just, it's tough because I feel like, yeah, it was a purposeful design choice, but at the same time, it could very easily be they only decide the rankings once they, you've unlocked it, right? They, but to be fair, like, I literally came into this thing, I looked at truance domains, I was like, okay, we're good. Like, if you look at the order of this is all the order of which they came out. You can tell. So why does the newest one only appear at the bottom? Right? I swear, if you've already done this, you may not know, but like, it only appears at the bottom. You have to click on a little quick play thing and then it'll do it. Very dumb. Because, again, I went ahead and I checked the Truance Domains tab because I thought we were getting a new weekly boss. And then I was like, oh, so it's probably next week or next update, And then I never thought about it again. And then randomly, I go ahead and I'm like, oh, it would be right there. I honestly wish I hadn't, done it because I thought it would, keep it at the bottom, if I'm being entirely honest. This is what Skirk's gonna use. And we know how annoying it is when weekly bosses, we don't have enough materials for them. And to see the devs just, basically hide it, is what it feels like, right? I don't think they did it intentionally, right? I can understand the reasoning of like, okay, if they don't have access to it, right, then we put it at the bottom, right? I understand their reasoning. I think it shouldn't be that way. I don't think that they did this intentionally, but now for my videos, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm probably only going to have level 8 talents for Skirk for a while because of this, I mean, I should have checked thoroughly more. I mean, like I said, I thought we were getting weekly boss. My way of checking was to go into Truance Domains and check, but no, they didn't put the newest one at the top. They put it at the very bottom because I didn't have it, unlocked. So yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't like, this needs to be a video. I need to tell people about this, but there's not much else other than the weekly boss system is bad. We've all known this for years, right? We've known this for years. The weekly boss system needs to be changed. We need to just be able to do the weekly bosses, or let us do 3 of the weekly bosses, or 3 times of the weekly bosses a week. There's a whole bunch of ways that you could do to make this just a better system overall, but will they ever do it? I doubt it. So yeah, my Skirk, sadly, as much as I love her, will be not, using, maxed out talents at all. And, this is just such a dumb way of doing things. I don't, like, why? Because I guarantee, go into the comments below and you'll see someone being like, oh man, I didn't know. Let me go ahead and I'll pull up Discord. Because immediately, I did the same thing in my Discord. Let's see. And you can, okay, so you can actually see this. I wish I screenshotted more of it, but you can see here that, why is this at the bottom? Why? And then someone literally named Skirk, Glazer, right? Obviously, this person used to be called Mavwika Glazer. They've moved on to brighter pastures, maybe. I don't know. But Skirk Glazer, very clearly someone who wants to use Skirk and wants to use it probably at their, strongest, thing. You can see the way that they respond. Like, the way that they respond is like, oh yeah, I didn't know this. They do that because we literally could have checked in game if there was a new truance domain and completely missed it. right? Because in logic, right? Logically, we understand, if you've been playing this game for a while, you understand truance domains are, domains that are, in order of recency, right? This is all the recency, right? The Wolf Lord was the first one, then Tartaglia, then Ajdaha. And then, you had, actually, was Ajdaha? He was a part of Lantern, right, from one of the bits. We all expected it to look like this, where, oh, hey, here's the new pieces and stuff, for the weekly boss. We all expected that to be at the top, right? Genuinely, you go here, you check, oh, it's not here. Must be next update that they're gonna add it. Like that. I really feel like that it screws over a lot of players, and I wish I had realized that, like, that they did that. I wish I did, because legit, I don't have. Chat, literally yesterday, the Shenhe Do I Regret video, you guys could see how tired I was. I had, just gotten off of like 12-hour, 11-hour shift or whatever it was. I don't know, but I had gotten off a shift like that. And it's like, I don't want to go home and play a 4-hour Archon quest. Like, I got things to do, right? Genuinely, guys, you just can't, let me pull up. Yeah, so, I had gone ahead and just assumed that this wasn't in game. And, coincidentally, I check, and it's in game. I'm really upset with the development team at this point, because, that is such a thing that they should have seen or foreseen, right? You can, even, let's be real, not everybody is watching the Genshin live streams. Hey, if I don't watch the entirety of the Genshin live stream, right? If I don't watch it entirely of the Genshin live stream, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm behind on my Archon quest. Let's say I'm even behind on my Archon quest. How was I supposed to know there's a new weekly boss? How? They didn't even do the normal thing of putting it in the event tab, I think, right? Normally when we get, well, they put this in the event tab. Thanks. Does this say anything about a new weekly boss? In mundane, companion, yep, okay, yep, no new weekly boss. Nothing about a new weekly boss. This is not good. Simple as that. I do not think that this was a good decision by them. I really could only attribute this to the devs just not realizing that this was going to be a problem. Hopefully, guys, I don't necessarily know how many people are actually going to be affected by this, but I have a feeling that I'm going to see more than one comment saying, I didn't know this was in the game. I have a feeling, considering as soon as I post something about, oh, this was at the bottom of the weekly boss, why is this a thing? I immediately get someone telling me they also didn't know. This is going to be a big thing. A lot of people probably don't even realize the weekly boss is actually in game. So yeah, annoyed, very. Other than that, there's nothing we can do about it. We all got screwed over. I wish I found out about this sooner. I mean, I let's be real. I did find out about it sooner, but I just came into the game, didn't see this thing all the way at the bottom where it's like, hey, we got a new weekly boss. I didn't see that, and then I just assumed, oh, next update is when they'll add it. That's a reasonable thing to think, right? Just, oh, next update. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Goodbye.